Greetings and salutations, everyone. I am, as always, darthdevious, bringing you a special requested review. One of my subscribers, Bumblebloggin, wanted to see a good look at Reprolabels and wanted to know the quality of them, so I decided to show off my G1 Wheeljack since he is covered with Reprolabels. Now, my Wheeljack's not in the greatest of shape, but I didn't pay much for him either. Got him from some friends of mine a year or so ago, and he's not 100% complete because I don't have his shoulder launchers or missiles, but he's got his wings, which are here. Now these are actually reproduction parts. These are made by my good friend Pete, who on TFW 2005 is known as Darkov. He does really good G1 reproduction parts. He's starting to put together a website to make it easier for people to order parts from him. So when that's up, I will be helping to promote it, and you guys can go check it out there. For now, you can find him under Darkov on TFW 2005. He also did the rear spoilers here. As you can see there, that's where the rub symbol would have originally have gone. So now, quickly looking at the Reprolabels, you can see how nice and crisp and sharp they are, how well the colors are done. You really can't tell the difference between a Reprolabel and an original label, other than the original labels are sometimes faded. Sometimes the Reprolabels actually stick better than what you get from Hasbro. I know a lot of people who get the Hasbro reissues will get the Reprolabels simply because they hold on to the reissued G1 toys better. So you really can't go wrong with Reprolabels. You got to check them out if you want them. You can see what a nice job they did here with Wheeljack. Colors are right. Everything just looks good. Now this Wheeljack had a lot of chipped paint up here in the die cast, and I've gone back and I've painted over some of it with white paint, even though the original white paint is slightly yellowed. Now he doesn't roll quite as well as he once did because though his tires are nice and rubber, the one here is starting to show its age and starting to pull away from the hub, as you can see, like right there. Wouldn't mind getting a replacement tire from him, but I don't see how that's going to happen. Now since he's G1, I'm not going to go through the whole transformation, stop motion, and all that other stuff. He's pretty simple. He pretty much just pull his legs down, pull them out, lift this up, pull these out, put them in the back, put that back down. I found it easier if you pull these off, pull both his arms out, just flip them up like that, flip them down, flip around his head, and then you can put his wings on his back. There's two peg holes there. And yeah, Pete does a real good job with these repro parts for G1s. They really hold on really nicely. So here's Wheeljack in his robot mode, and yeah, he's got some gorilla arms. That seems to be characteristic. The Transformers Prime toy has those long arms like that too. So there's that. Give you another look at the reproduction spoilers. You see he did a real good job with them. Ironically, these are what he deemed as reject parts, because he gave them to me from one of his reject bins to help finish off my Wheeljack figure, which I really appreciated. Thanks a lot, Pete. And if these are his rejects, you can just imagine how well the ones he actually sells are. So those are good. And you see here we have a few more stickers from Reprolabels on his arms. So he's really cool for a G1 figure. Give me a moment and we'll do a quick size comparison. So here we have Generation One Wheeljack with his Generations counterpart. And as you can see, this is a very nice update to this. Though the paint job isn't exactly identical, Reprolabels did do a set to make him look more like this. I really don't think it's 100% necessary, but it is nice to have, like, you know, the racing things on this one. I might get it at some point in time, but for right now, it's not high on my priority list. Now, he does take a lot of visual cues from this one, so there is that. And, well, there's not really much else to say. Get him out of here. So here's Generation One Wheeljack. He's not a bad figure. He is hard to find because he did not get a reissue, simply because they lost his mold. And along with Mirage and Sunstreaker are probably three of the most rare G1 figures out there, simply because they don't have reissues or remolds or anything like that. Now, I do have a complete Sunstreaker, which I'll probably do a review of next time I do another G1 review. And I have a Mirage, but Mirage is not in the best of condition, and he needs Reprolabels and some other TLC before I can even show him off. A little background on Wheeljack. Wheeljack was the Autobots' sort of mad scientist, a lot would say. A lot considered Ratchet to be the main medic. Wheeljack was more like your mechanic down the street. He could repair a lot of the damage to some of the robots, but he would also, you know, make a lot of inventions that 9 times out of 10 would blow up in his face. So, he really is a lovable character. I know a lot of people who really love Wheeljack. So that's going to do it for this. Please join me next time. Hopefully I'll have some more Prime figures or who knows what. As always, you guys, be good.
Hey there, folks. Wheeljack here. Do you need Cosmotrons? I've got Cosmotrons. If you're in need of a Cosmotron, just come down to Crazy Wheeljack's House of Cosmotrons. What do you think you're doing? What are you talking about? I'm trying to sell the Cosmotrons. Those are my Cosmotrons you're trying to sell. Yeah, but I'm you. I can see now why they call you Crazy Wheeljack.